AI can't replace your voice, but it can help you discover it.
And in this episode, we're going to show you how. This is the Secret Sauce Podcast with Chad Trease and Lacey Moores, where we want to help people build big businesses and live big lives. We think every episode's going to maybe give you one ingredient that you could add to your recipe to create your own secret sauce. Let's get into it. All right, Lacey. So segment 2 of our WTF ChatGPT series, we just recently introduced it, where we're just kind of like basic level, entry level, getting people comfortable with AI. It's super overwhelming for people, I think. Everybody knows they should be doing it, but it's overwhelming. And this is one of the very first things that made me realize the power in ChatGPT and AI in general. Somebody mentioned your brand voice DNA, and that's what this episode is all about, is how to curate your brand voice DNA, if you will, and then what to do with it once you have it. In 23 years of business, I never really thought about what is my brand voice DNA.
When you say brand voice, what you mean is what you want people to remember you by, what you want them to feel. Like, explain that when you say your brand voice DNA.
Yeah, your brand voice is essentially, yes, it's a consistent message across all fronts. So your social media, your emails, text messages, phone calls, meeting with them, you name it, as you're interacting with your customers, it's how you want them to feel. At the end of that interaction, how you want to feel received in that interaction as well. Like, it's just something that if you never even thought about it, you're literally winging it, right? And this is like marketing guru level genius stuff that you get for free with ChatGPT. And this was, like I said, really where I realized the power. And I was like, I need to start using this way more often. So brand voice, if you don't have one, if you've never even thought about it, this episode's going to be perfect.
And easy. Like, it's perfect, easy to do. We're not going to make this complicated.
Under 30 minutes, you've got it, and you've got something to roll with that is like literally your prompts from thereafter are literally just, now once you have it created, every email, text message, interaction, everything that you do or social media post, you're like, here's the message I want to get out there. Now put it in my brand voice DNA.
Let's get started.
Yeah.
This is going to be good.
So, I mean, I think we just need to probably just start with the prompt, because that was what we talked about last time, like the importance of the prompt, right? And we made it a very simple one. There's really longer, more complex
can I read this one?
Frameworks.
Just because it's that good.
Yeah.
Let me read it.
So it's a role, goal, context, right, is the prompt. If you haven't heard that episode, go back, watch it.
Yes. Let me read this, and then let's chat about it.
Yep.
But when I'm reading it, I want you to think, is this how I would have said it?
Right.
Because what I've learned is we keep doing this and keep doing this. The power's in the prompt, right? Like what we tell it. So
absolutely.
Think about that when I read this. Okay, this would be the prompt. Act as a brand strategist and copywriting coach. Your goal is to help me define my unique brand voice DNA so I can use it consistently across my business. Start by asking me one question at a time. I love that, by the way.
I started doing that with every prompt.
Everything.
Because it does spit out. If you don't do that and train it how you need, it is very overwhelming for me for it to ask. It's like, here you go. Here's the brand voice questionnaire, 10 questions all at once. And I'm like,
whoa, where do I even start?
Stop. I'm going to go do something else.
Big tip there, guys, on everything you do. Ask questions one at a time to clarify how I want my brand to sound, the emotions I want people to feel, and the language I should avoid. Please do not give me all the questions at once, just one at a time so I don't get overwhelmed. And we're smiling at that, but it's so true, because when people start playing with chat, they start putting in, and it's so much. And I understand why people quickly shut down, because it just gives you so much information. So that's a pro tip right there. That is so, so good. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about that script. And so we've obviously both done it. I'm going to let you take it from here, Chad. But when you put that in, let's talk about some of the questions it asked you, and then where you went from that. Yeah.
So question-wise, I remember going through this, and I actually, like, as we were setting this episode, I was asking ChatGPT, like, take me back to when we did that brand voice DNA exercise. and walk me through the questions again. And they're just really good. So question wise, like this isn't all of them. I think it broke it down into maybe like 11 questions or something. Very simple though. And it's like, what emotions do you want your clients and partners to feel? And this could be coworkers too. Like, but what emotions do you want them to feel when they interact with you?
Now, hold on, guys. You didn't come up with these questions. ChatGPT came up
with these questions. This is not the prompt anymore.
Yeah.
You did the prompt. It's spitting out these questions one at a time, and it's refining your brand DNA. It's curating your specific brand DNA based on your answers to these questions.
So good. And then one more thing. When you did yours, because I've really been using the talk where we just have the conversation. Mm-hmm. And so you get to just talk through this and you don't have to type it out and make it sound good or whatever. You just say whatever's on your heart. Is that how you use it when you're answering these?
I type. You type typically. Yeah.
I love it.
I need to get into the voice thing. I'm in my zone right now where I'm interacting with it typing.
Yeah.
But I know I should just be interacting with it all day, just talking to it as well. So.
Try it next time. The talking is so cool because you're not worried about your spelling and how it comes across. You're just saying exactly what you want it to be. So when you're asking those questions, I just think it makes it so much easier. Go ahead.
I love it. What do you absolutely not want your people to feel when they interact with you? What do you not want your brand voice to sound like? How do you not want to be perceived? Mm-hmm. Right? If someone described your communication style in 3 words, what would they be? And maybe it's your ideal communication style.
What would you want them to be?
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Who's a brand, a leader, or a company that you admire for the way that they communicate? So if you're looking at marketing and there's just certain marketing that speaks to you, like figure out what those brands are, because like that probably has something to do with the way you want to be perceived as well.
Right.
There's clues there. If your business was a soundtrack, what kind of music would it be? There's some fun questions in there too. When you write or speak, whose voice do you imagine on the other end? Or what voice do you imagine? Like if there was if somebody was playing you in a movie, like what voice? Like Morgan Freeman's like the really famous one. He's everybody's voice, right? But so all those questions are literally one at a time, tweaking the algorithm to come up with your brand voice. And what I love about it is at the end of that, if you feel like it still doesn't have it nailed,
tell it to ask more.
Then it's like, hey, we're not quite there yet. I think you're off on this. Let's dive in a little bit more. Ask me some questions to get there. But it will continue to ask you questions. You don't have to come up with the questions. It will continue to ask you questions to fine tune it until you're happy with it. I was really, really satisfied with the results after going through just the base questions that it gave me.
Yeah.
I loved it. And what's really, really cool about the exercise is at the end of it, you get confidence. And you're like, that is how I show up for people. Like, even if you maybe already unknowingly had a pretty consistent brand voice DNA because you've just been saying the same things for so long, it is really cool to go through the exercise because it tells you, like, here's how you show up to people. And like, you should lean into this. Or when you say these things, it's going to really drive this emotion in people. And as I was going through it, I was like, man, I am really, like, my brand voice is really cool. Like, people are going to love this. I do understand why people enjoy working with our brand, or I understand where people maybe hit a pitfall here because that's not exactly the way that we want to sound. So this exercise is the coolest thing I've done, I think, with ChatGPT so far, and I use it every single day.
When I did it too, it even came back and said something like, hey, you sound like this author. Like, but the part of it is that, so many people will use it, and whatever it outputs the first time, they like it a lot, and that's what they use. But sometimes the magic is in the first, but sometimes the magic is in the second or the third, right? Yeah. Asking it to go a little bit deeper, or saying the things like you said, hey, I want to fine tune that a little bit, or I want to be funnier, or whatever it is as you're going through that. And the whole time, Chat's getting to know you. It's getting to understand you, and that this exercise, you don't have to do much, just answer the questions, but the value that comes out of it. I want to go a little bit deeper though, Chad. Now you do this exercise, but how does this work with your team, with your business? Like, what is the purpose of doing it?
Well, I mean, that's a great question. So, and I think we said it on like the intro right at the beginning, but like AI is not here to replace your voice, but it can help you reveal it and refine it and repeat it consistently. And I think that's where it really comes in, is the consistently.
Yep.
Like, we know how we want people to perceive us in general,
Yeah.
right? But are all of our messages
Is
that
it in
way?
our marketing? Is it on all the stuff?
And that's where your brand really starts to gain market share in somebody's
Momentum.
head. Yeah, is that they hear this consistent branding across all fronts.
Yep.
When they text you, you've got it dialed in. When they email you, when you're doing anything on social media and you're doing a video, if you're just creating a social media post, whatever, you're just refining it in little ways to add in that brand DNA. And that little piece is that consistency is where that brand really starts to become like defined in their mind.
Yep.
And they, like, people are going to
remember
and fall in line with the stuff that like, you're going to start to pull out your ideal customers, because your ideal customers are going to start to raise their hand and be like, I want to work with that company because it's this consistent brand voice that you've created that now you've deployed on all fronts.
Yep.
Like,
so we can really say that people and businesses are missing out if they're winging it, like you said.
No doubt.
Don't have any idea.
This is the stuff that you would pay 6 figures to bring in a specialist to a big, like a company, big or small,
to create.
That you would say, this is what I need to create. And it would be a whole week of them sitting with you, learning all the intricacies that you can now do with ChatGPT for free. So
take advantage.
And if you have a team, so we're using it now. So what I've done is, now that I've got it, this is it dialed in. This is what I want for our brand voice DNA. I've now trained ChatGPT to remember that. And so literally anybody on the team at any time, and there's 7 of us. So we're communicating with customers, with realtors, with everybody we communicate with. It's going to sound scattershot if everybody's just winging it every day. And that's what most people do, right? So now everybody can literally just, hey, here's the message that I want to reply back. Anybody on the team can say, here's what I need to say back to this customer. Now just refine it in the Trease Mortgage Group brand DNA.
Yep. And that's all you have to say. And
it spits out the perfect reply that is exactly what you wanted to say, but in that consistent tone.
Yep.
That's going to make people feel a certain way. So
this is huge. And it's actually very simple and basic, right? Like, and we wanted to keep these chat episodes short, but very basic. Like, and every single person can do it. This doesn't take very long. How are we going to get them the actual script that we use? Can we put that in?
Yeah, I would say it's going to be in the show notes, and there'll be, I'm sure we'll be clipping some of the short form that you will put some prompts in there that if you comment, if you comment prompt or something, well, it will be actually in the descriptions of those videos or in the captions of those videos.
We'll get it to you.
But we will absolutely get that out, because the huge power is in that prompt. So I don't want people to have to go back, pause, write down 3 words, pause, start again. So we will definitely get that out. Use that prompt. Please share with us, like, is this helpful? Absolutely. If it is helpful, share it with somebody else. This is not something that we created.
Right.
Somebody shared it with me. It was like lightning bolt for me. That was like, why have I not been doing this? So we're sharing it with you all. I mean, that's our whole goal here, right? Just to help people build big businesses and share stuff that we've learned along the way. So I love it. Please use it. Remember, when ChatGPT remembers your brand voice DNA, every message just becomes a mirror of your identity. So that's what you're trying to do. You're not to create a false likelihood or a false brand, or like this. I want to make this point too. It's like people think, oh, ChatGPT is just now creating this like robotic version
and it's fake.
Of you, and
it's not
fake.
Genuine.
No, it's just helping you refine what you really want,
Absolutely.
What you really want people. So like, if you really take the time to go through the questions that it asks and really think about those answers, the better your input on that, the better the actual brand DNA is going to reflect what you want.
And more genuine it will be.
It will be genuine to you. So it is 100% genuine. This exercise should blow you away, and you can use it every single day, like literally every few minutes of every day.
Yeah.
I think we leave it there.
I do.
Yeah. As you guys know, we're going to be coming back with more chat. Because I'm going to have to say the F word. WTF ChatGPT episodes. If there's anything you guys want to learn about ChatGPT, please reach out to us. But we got tons of stuff queued up for this.
It's coming.
Yeah. See you
Thanks,
soon.
guys.
Thanks, guys.